Yo, what's going on, man? Y'all know who it is, man. It's Black Superman, and this is another episode on the Viriilty Kings podcast, man. Y'all see the title. Y'all know what the title say. This was a highly requested, once again, I'm going to say it again, a highly requested topic to discuss on this podcast, guys. And as you can see on the title is How to Become an Alpha Male. How to become an alpha male. All right. Like I said, this was very high. This was highly anticipated, highly requested. I got so many messages, so many DMs. So I said, you know what? That's what this one is going to be about. So I'm super excited about this. This is going to be a real good stream. Just to let y'all know what's coming in this episode. You can look forward to this. Pretty much, I'm going to give y'all a real understanding of what an alpha male is. I'm going to talk about a little bit of the misconceptions. And then I'm going to give y'all 20 plus, say it one more time, man, 20 plus tips on how you can become an alpha male or even become more of an alpha male, all right? So look, if y'all are excited about that, if y'all are excited about hearing this information, getting this information, man, I want y'all to go ahead and throw a like on this video right now. It's not going to cost you no money and no money coming out of my bank account. You feel me? Don't cost me, don't cost you. Push that like button right now. All right. Go ahead and hit that like so YouTube can know that, hey, this is a powerful video for all the men out there that want to further embrace their masculinity and become the men that they were meant to be, the men that they were created to be, guys. That's what this podcast is about. All right. So without further ado, I'm excited. Like I said, I'm very excited about getting into this stuff, y'all. Now, before I dig deep and go and dive right into this awesome material, I want y'all to understand one thing real quick, all right? Everything that you may think you know about an alpha male or what makes a man an alpha male, I want you to get that shit and I want you to throw that shit in the trash right now. I want you to throw it in the trash. Now, mind you, if I'm saying things that make sense and resonate with you, and you also can agree with it, it's solid for you. That's good. But don't be surprised if you hear me say some things and you're like, oh man, I didn't even realize that had anything to do with alpha men or alpha males. Listen, in order for us to grow, we have to be open to learn new knowledge and get new understanding and wisdom from different sources. All right. That's a part of being alpha. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and get into this information. And look, like I said before, guys, if you're happy and excited about that, go ahead and throw a like on the video. Now, this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to go ahead and put a link in the chat, right? And this link in the chat is pretty much an option for anybody who want to hop on with me, who wants to express what they think about what I'm saying. Maybe you want to ask me a question. Maybe I'm saying something and you don't agree with it. I'm opening this platform specifically for you. All right. So if you want to do that, all you got to do is click the link in the chat and you can literally hop on with me if you got any concerns, any questions, any disagreements or anything like that. You'll be able to hop in on the chat, click that link, go through the quick little setup, boom, and you can hop on with me. So I'm going to go ahead and put that in the chat right now, guys, before I even start the material of this video. And also remember, guys, that you're always open to chatting in the chat, of course, putting in whatever you want to say or think in the chat, and we can communicate that way. But I highly encourage y'all, man, to hop on live with me because it'll make it more entertaining for us. And then, of course, I want to meet all my people that rock with me and view me and, get value from my channel and what I present to y'all. So, boom. Now, I just put that in the chat. I don't know if y'all can see me. It looked like it kind of froze for a second, y'all. Come back to life. Come on. All right, y'all. So I just put that in the chat. Looked like it might have froze for a second, but we back rolling. All right. Now that I got that out the way, got the link in the chat. Like I said, if you guys got any concerns, any questions, any disagreements, you can hop on that, hit that link in the chat, and then we can talk face to face. And yeah, man, I can meet y'all and we can go from there. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and dig into this stuff, man, dig into this material. All right. Now, what is an alpha male? what is an alpha male? All right. The common idea of an alpha male and beta males are based on the perception that alphas are dominant within a social hierarchy, right? That's the main gist of it, right? Perhaps, this is true in animals, but even the author of the famous wolf study that coined the phrase alpha, if you've never read the book Wolf Study, right? The author that wrote that book, he's the one who coined the term alpha. Even he believes that, human beings don't really, it doesn't, the alpha male and the alpha hierarchy isn't really similar to animals as much as people thought and as much as even he thought, you know? So a lot of people are starting to realize that being an alpha or being an alpha male is deeper than just, oh, you're the alpha and you're the alpha of the pack and this, that, and the third. So it's becoming more and more, the fullness of what an alpha is becoming more understandable to people and to society, right? Now, look, men who falsely project the confrontational alpha image, right, are usually bullies who cannot compromise. These guys are bullies. I'm talking about the guys that overcompensate, and project this super duper confrontational type image, like, yeah, I'm this and nobody can stop me, and just fucking with people for no apparent reason, acting, overtly dominant for no reason. You know what I'm saying? These are the guys who can't compromise. There's issues that's deeper within them, but they're not alpha. You understand? So, I'm gonna give you a good example. A beta male goes where the wind takes him. Wherever the wind take him, he going. If the wind is going this way, that beta male, he gonna go too. If the wind is going this way, that beta male, he's going too. That's the difference. And that would actually be a good example of a beta male. You know what I'm saying? Projecting this overcompensation of like an alpha image when really that's not the case. All right. Pretty much the beta, he goes to work at a job he doesn't find fulfilling, right? Because it pays the rent and keeps food on the table. He marries a woman that he loves dutifully, right? But doesn't have passion for her, and diligently pays attention to his 401k, thinking of the day when he could retire when he's old and life has passed him by. See, this is how betas move. This is how betas move. You understand? What I'm going to do real quick is I'm going to break this down. I'm going to kind of change the context of me explaining alpha, right? What does alpha mean? What does alpha mean? Or what type of person or what type of man is alpha, and what kind of definitions could apply to it? A man is alpha if he betters himself and those around him. All right. Clearly, this is a real big key right here. An alpha is someone who betters himself and those around him. So if you can go to a guy, you could see a guy and you haven't seen this man in 10 years, 10 years plus, right? And you're looking at this guy and you're like, damn, yo, this guy has improved so much. This dude has improved so much that he's not even, it don't even seem like he's 100% the same. Like it's almost as if he's a different guy now. 9 times out of 10, you are standing in front of an alpha male. All right. If you see a guy, or if you're this guy, right? And the people that are closest around you or the closest to you are growing because ever since they connected to you, ever since they've been with you or walked, with you on their journey of life, you are more than likely an alpha male. And listen, I'm not even saying you're taking 100% responsibility for somebody. No, I'm saying the people that's closest to you, since they've been connected to you, since they've been friends with you, since they've been around you, you and that person could look back and be like, wow, you've grown. My fellow king, you are an alpha male, man. Now, as you can see with these definitions I'm giving you, And these examples, you don't hear me talking about none of that extra over exaggerated shit that's in movies, that's on TV, that's pretty much everywhere, right? All over YouTube. I'm gonna dig deep though, don't worry. Because this video is literally to help my men, my fellow kings on here, become more alpha. So trust and believe. I'm gonna give y'all some powerful tips. 20 plus. This is gonna be a good stream. It might be a little long, but it's gonna be good. I've been super excited about this. But as you can see what I'm saying, guys, what makes you alpha is so much more deeper than this shallow-minded, small-minded fuckery. Okay? Here's another one. Here's another one. An alpha male is looking for the next way to get ahead. You're looking for the next way to get ahead, meaning you're open to understanding and learning new things so that you could potentially get ahead, right? You're looking for other opportunities and things that you can utilize as a potential hustle or a potential addition to what it is that you're building or creating or doing in your life. If you think like that, you are an alpha male, man. You're an alpha male. You're an alpha male. If you're looking for the next way to get ahead, like, yo, all right, how can I get ahead here? Boom, 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 boom. All right, bet. Another one. An alpha male takes care of himself and plans for tomorrow. You understand? Take care of yourself and plan for tomorrow. You do the best that you can today and take care of yourself in the day, in the present. And you plan for the future. You plan for tomorrow. You plan for the next day. These are alpha male characteristics. These are things that you definitely want to, if you identify with what I'm saying right now, more than likely, you're alpha. You understand? You're definitely alpha. All right. Pretty much alpha males take charge of their life, man. Period. An alpha male may look, an alpha male looks at each day as an opportunity to better himself, right? His position in life, and the lives of those around him. So if you're doing that, if you have that type of focus, if you just feel this automatic need to do that, like every day, how can I better myself? How can I grow? All right, I love these people around me. How can I help them? Or how can I be a positive addition to these people's lives that's around me? Man, you're alpha male. You are an alpha. Embrace it. You're an alpha. All right? You understand? So these are some things that I really want you to really hold on to before I even start giving you tips. I want you to really hold on to these things. I want y'all to understand and really grasp the authentic meaning of an alpha and what makes men alpha before I start giving you these tips. Because if I just throw these tips at you, you're going to be doing them, but you don't really have a set goal and a set picture in your mind that, I need to be this. You understand? And I just got a comment in the chat. Let me check it out. So Roldan Rosario, he said, I see. So it could be a 401k if it's progress to that person, not settling for the 401k, but seeking it out as a decision. Yeah. 401k could definitely be positive, and it could be very beneficial if it's utilized correctly. But see, here's the thing about alpha males. Alpha males really aren't waiting on no 401k. Alpha males are like, I'm going to create something now that could benefit me now and in my future. So yeah, I'm not saying that you're a beta male if you have a 401k, you know what I'm saying, and you're focusing on utilizing that, and it has a specific place in your life to help you succeed for your future. No, I'm not saying that's beta at all. But there's a difference between someone waiting on a 401k and someone banking on a 401k, and then somebody using 401k as one source of growth financially and financial security, and going forth and making a whole bunch of other, planting a whole bunch of other seeds, creating a whole bunch of other things that can solidify their future. You see what I'm saying? That's more alpha. So yeah, it's nothing wrong at all with having a 401k. Shit. Honestly, if I could have went back in time, I probably would have did a 401k myself. I was just, man, it's crazy how you could be an alpha male and don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy how you can be an alpha male and don't really know it. Like, I didn't understand what was wrong with me. You know, I'm working at these different companies. I'm not lasting long at these companies. I'm wondering why, you know, I'll get in there and I'll do good. And then eventually it just gets messed up. It was because it wasn't meant for me to lead that lifestyle. I was meant to be a boss, you know, and not a boss in a cocky or arrogant sense. I'm talking about a boss of my life, meaning not going and working for someone else and making someone else rich. I was meant to create my own stuff, you know, and make myself rich and give jobs to other people, you know, that. And year after year after year, I'm going to these different places and I'm wondering why it's not working. I realized that a lot of some of the things had to do with stuff that I was dealing with internally that was probably sabotaging those situations. But at the same time, in its deep essence, as I'm older and I understand better, I realized that I was supposed to be an entrepreneur when I was 18 years old. But I just kept following what everybody else was telling me to do. You see what I'm saying? I'm 33 years old right now. If I would have started back when I was 18, I would be a multimillionaire right now. There's no doubt in my heart. So I say all of that to say this, man. Some men are just built to take on that alpha journey. And a lot of us guys end up not knowing that we're alphas for a lot of reasons, in which I got a video on that, but I'll more than likely do another episode on that. I want to stay focused, y'all, because y'all know me. I'll start going, boom, 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 boom. So let me get back focused. So, but pretty much, you know, with the alpha, you know, in short, you know, an alpha male, like I said, takes charge of his life instead of running away from it through, you know, leisure or vices and shit. You know, leisure and vices. So the most common alpha male traits, right? The most common alpha male traits. Generally speaking, you know, alpha males have traits that they all share. Like regardless of the culture, the history, black, white, Japanese, Hungarian, you know what I'm saying? Like it don't matter where you're from. Like alpha males share these traits. A lot of these traits are very bold. They're very distinct. And you'll notice it when you get around other alpha males. You'll be like, damn, you know, we think alike. Like, wow, like we really got the same type of view towards life or similar. We move similar. You know, there's a good amount of alpha males on on the planet, man. So I mean, you'll be able to relate. You know, these traits help them make the most of life, right? Constantly striving to challenge and improve themselves. Anybody who know me know that that has always been me. Like, if you know me and you've been around me, you know me. We can go back to when I was 12, 15, 17, 18, 25, 32, 33, right? As time progressed, of course, I got more intense and more focused about it, but that's always been my thing. My thing has always been, how can I make myself better? How can I improve myself? Where do I need to improve? Whether I knew it or I was aware or not, I still had that one inside, that type of, you know, drive. Like I want to improve myself. I want to read. I want to watch educational shit. I'll watch National Geographic all fucking day just so I can learn. You know, everybody don't got that. Everybody don't have that. So that's the point. Now, four traits that I could say I really think apply to alpha males, and they're very distinct, right? One is bravery. Another one is confidence, being confident, right? Another one is being decisive. And then another one is a leader, you know, leading, a leader, leading. You feel me? Now look, bravery, being brave, despite understanding the risks they undertake. This is different than brash, y'all. Like, you know, being foolhardy, you know, the foolhardy alpha males and all that, you know, in college, you know, guys that maybe was over drinking and, you know, just made incredibly poor choices, man, in life, in college and all that. You know, a real alpha looks at the potential downsides of his risks, you know, or the negative aspects of his life and accepts them with an understanding that staying still is worse than trying and failing, right? So just having a better understanding of bravery and knowing like, yo, I'm not going to put myself in a risky position, right? It doesn't, the best way I could put it, the guy that you seen that was doing all types of shit that was super risky that could have ended his life, that's not really an alpha, and that's not the bravery that I speak of when I say bravery is a trait of being an alpha. I'm talking about the type of bravery, when it takes for you to, when you feel something inside of you saying you don't need to work for these people no more, this company no more. You hate it at this job. This isn't working for you. You don't feel like you're waking up and you're living in your purpose. It takes bravery to be like, you know what? I'm just going to walk away from this job and I'm going to start focusing on my purpose. It takes bravery, man. It takes bravery to try to find a hustle that you can do instead of doing your day-to-day job and saying, you know what, I'm gonna just use this hustle and work on my purpose and, go from there and grow that and live off of that. It takes bravery to do that. That's alpha. That's alpha, right? Now, you're not going to be dumb as hell, of course. You're not just going to quit your job, your only source of income. You know what I'm saying? You're just going to quit that and don't be making no other money, no other type of way and be like, all right, I'm going to follow my purpose. That's stupid, all right? Of course, you want to be smart and you want to make sure that you have, money. I mean, make sure that you have another form of income or another way to make money while you're focusing on your passion and your dream and what you're passionate about, all right? And confidence, just believing in yourself, having the confidence that, you can do whatever it is that you set out to do. You can achieve whatever you want to achieve. Just believing in yourself. That's self-belief. That is alpha. Belief. Because a lot of the times, guys, that's what will distinguish us from, or that's what distinguishes losers from winners. You see what I'm saying? That belief. That's alpha. If you believe in yourself, if you don't believe in yourself, guess what's going to happen? That's already bringing you down and stopping you from succeeding right there. Everybody in the world could believe in you. You could be you could be freaking Michael Phelps, right? And everybody believes in you. Everybody believes you're going to win again in the Olympics, right? But if you don't believe, if Michael Phelps didn't believe, more than likely he's not going to win. You understand? And somewhere in that shape, in that frame, he eventually began to believe in himself if he did win. So that's confidence, believing in yourself, believing that you can do, believing that you will, believing that you can, and then being decisive. This is look, one of the primary traits of beta males is wavering on decisions. Like, yo, I ain't really trying to make no decisions. I'm scared to make a decision. What if my decision fails? What if I'm wrong? That's beta male shit. You see what I'm saying? Alpha males, they make choices. They think about it. They think logically, rationally, and they really come to a conclusion on why they should make that decision. And then they're solid and confident in the decisions that they make. And they stand firm in it. And if they make a decision and they're wrong, guess what? They take responsibility for it and say, you know what? I was wrong. That's alpha. The leaders. An alpha male will strive toward his own goal while still making sure that the people that are with him, are protected and cared for. He will lead. He will lead. He will look out for the people that's with him and that's rocking with him. All right. Period. 100%. So I know that was pretty long-winded, guys, but I want y'all to really understand what an alpha male is and who an alpha male is. It's deeper than just, oh, he's big, he looks good, he fucks a whole bunch of women, he gets pussy every day. He got money, he's stunting, he's very rich and successful. Being an alpha male is way more deeper than that. All right. It's a part of it. Don't get me wrong. Money is very important. But listen, being an alpha male is way more deeper than that. There's more purpose behind being an alpha male, and men are alpha males for a greater purpose. It's not just to be this highly admirable person, or, this person that everybody love and want to be, or every woman wants to fuck, right? There's more to it. If you're an alpha male, it's because you have purpose. You need to be alpha in whatever position that you're in, and whatever your life consists of. Wherever you are, it's meant to be a servant. If you're an alpha, you're meant to serve and protect. You're meant to do what a lot of these police officers aren't doing. You understand? That's the point. All right. So I'm going to go ahead and dig deep, and I'm going to get into some of these tips on how you can become more of an alpha male. You can become more of an alpha male. You can begin to focus on these types of things, and you can be accountable for yourself as a man and walk more like an alpha. All right. So 20 plus tips, 21 tips to be exact. So if y'all want me to get into these 21 tips, that's going to help you become more of an alpha male, go ahead and throw a like on the video. And I want to see tips in the chat. I want y'all to put tips, type tips in the chat if y'all want me to go into these powerful 21 tips on how to become more of an alpha male. And while y'all doing that, I got to use the bathroom. All right. But I'm going to give y'all a chance. I got to drain the you know what. I'm going to give y'all a chance to put tips in the chat. All right. Let's go. All right, y'all. Appreciate y'all patience, man. You know how it go. Y'all know what it is. All right, so look, the first major tip that I'm gonna give you right now, man, on becoming more alpha, right? Stop being scared, man. Stop being scared. And when I say that, this is to say, that you shouldn't feel fear. That is virtually impossible. All right. You're gonna feel fear. You're gonna be in positions and situations where you're gonna feel fear, right? An alpha male feels fear and then intentionally goes through it and pretty much goes forward with it and goes through and still achieves his plan. Pretty much when you feel this fear, full force, you're still gonna go through with it no matter what. You're still gonna go in and smash or knock out whatever goal you got in front of you, right? Stop being scared. As alpha males, man, as alpha men, we have to embrace that inner courage. So we're gonna feel fear, but alpha males have the ability to feel their fear and rise above those emotions and look at the fear and say, you know what, fear? I see you, right? I see you, but you're not gonna stop me. I feel you, but you're not gonna stop me. Because I'm too determined on what my purpose is. I'm too determined on what it is that I want to do to achieve. I'm too determined to succeed. So fear, you're not going to stop me, man. I understand why you're here. I understand that you want to protect me and you want to keep me safe. Well, guess what? I am safe. I will be safe. I'm confident in my ability and what I could do. So I'm going to do it anyway. I'm not going to be afraid, regardless. I'm not going to follow you because you are my emotion. I am the leader. All right. So guys, this is how we have to view it. Stop being scared. Let's stop staying in fear and just feel our fear, feel it, experience it, say, okay, this is fear. This is fear. All right, bet. Think about it logically. Make sure that you ain't putting your life in danger too much and then still go forward with whatever it is that you're going to go forward with. That's alpha. That's what alpha males do. Okay? All right, the second tip. And this is a powerful one. I mean, this even goes against what a lot of people are believing in, what society is teaching people about quote unquote alpha males, right? Avoid pointless fighting. Avoid pointless fighting, bro. Pointless. You see what I'm saying? Whether you're at the cusp of an argument with your partner, or, you're at the bar or some shit and somebody, bumps into you, boom, some shit, you know what I'm saying? Or, a man with alpha male traits understands, pretty much a male with alpha male traits understands that fighting is really not useful in these situations, right? In those types of situations. Now, obviously, if you have to defend yourself, if you got to protect somebody that's with you or somebody that you love, fighting may be very necessary and very useful. But just avoid the pointless fighting. Like the dumb fighting, the dumb shit. Fighting over something stupid. Now, I will tell you this. If you're in a situation where someone does something, right, and you really don't appreciate what they're doing, speak up. Let it be known how you feel about the situation and keep it 100 about how you feel about them or the situation, right? And if they get irate, if they get on some crazy shit and they try to fight you, then obviously, yes, you want to defend yourself, fight. Listen, self-defense is always going to be a good point to fight because you got to protect yourself. That's called loving yourself. But other than that, y'all, like, avoid pointless fighting, man. It's not alpha. It's just not alpha to do it. You know what I'm saying? Now, don't get me wrong. This don't mean that you have to, bow down to people's demands and shit, But in introspection, just think of it like, yo, if you're not doing anything personally to me or my family, you ain't hurting my family, you're not, compromising my situation, my safety, my family's safety, or the people that's with me safety, then, bro, it really ain't worth fighting over. It's really not worth fighting over. All the other shit is just ego. All the other stuff is just ego. So just keep that in mind, man. Avoid pointless fighting. Even avoid pointless arguments. Like, avoid pointless arguments. If you see yourself about to argue with somebody over something stupid as fuck, like stupid, man, cut the argument off. Don't even go forward with it. Why? Because you'll end up wasting your energy. If somebody is just acting crazy or stupid, or they're doing things, man, that don't even make sense, or they're picking a fight with you, they're starting an argument with you, they're becoming emotional, they're becoming all this shit, bruh, don't feed into it because they're just projecting their energy onto you, okay? So alpha males don't feed into that bullshit because an alpha male knows that they have nothing to do with that and there's nothing they can do about another person's feelings. So let me walk away and not waste my energy on that. I got other shit that I'm doing that's powerful that can use my energy. I'm building stuff. I got a business. I got this. I got that. I'm creating things to set a foundation for my family. I need to use that energy for that, not to be sitting here arguing about, who stole the cookies from the cookie jar. You know what I'm saying? That's some kiddie shit. Who, me? Man, fuck out of here. All right? So guys, stop pointless fighting. It just wastes energy, it wastes time. You could be using that for more powerful things in your life. All right. Now, here's the third tip. This is very important. And some of these tips, guys, and let me tell y'all this too. I always got to make sure I be firm with y'all. The Viriilty Kings podcast is about encouraging men to embrace their masculinity, to improve mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, financially. You understand? So there's a lot of elements to this podcast in which in time it'll all unfold. But I want y'all to know I'm not perfect at all. And the things that I bring to y'all and I talk to y'all about, it's because I learned a lot. The only way that I could lead y'all or come to y'all and tell y'all like, hey, man, this is how you become more alpha, is because I was moving in a lot of beta tendencies before. So that's the only way that it qualifies me, is because I was here and then I got here. From me learning things, from me applying things, from me doing research, from me putting the time and the blood and sweat and tears in. So when I say all of these things to y'all guys, just know most of the things I'm going to say, I've probably dealt with and I've probably struggled with, and I probably didn't even know anything about this shit. There was times in my life where I was not moving as an alpha. I didn't even know I was an alpha. There's men that were born alpha, right? That don't know that they're alpha and don't understand it. That was me. All right. There's a difference between someone who just has natural traits of an alpha male and then a man who has some traits, right? But learns a lot of traits and begins to develop in those traits and become more alpha. So just to kind of help clarify that. But this is a powerful one. This is a powerful tip, man. It's the fourth tip. Take care of yourself, brothers, my fellow kings. Take care of yourself. I can't stress this enough, guys. This is very, very, very important, especially as men and alpha males. All right. Now, look, there's nothing sexy at all about like salads, you know what I'm saying? Sleep, hygiene, flossing your teeth. But pretty much, we do them because that's the way we stay healthy. That's the way that you can stay healthy. It's just a part of taking care of yourself. And the more we take care of ourselves, the more healthier we'll be, the more suitable, prepared, prepped, and ready we'll be to attack our purpose and do our purpose. Taking care of yourself means way more than just doing CrossFit a few times a week or, like hitting the gym or lifting weights. You got to take it to a whole nother level. You need to be taking care of yourself mentally, emotionally. We have to understand what it means to manage stress correctly and how to grow in our mental health. You understand? When we take care of ourselves, we need to focus on ways that we can take care of ourselves in multiple aspects of life. If we want to take care of our oral health, what we got to do? Brush our teeth. If we want to take care of our mental health, what do we need to do? We need to read. We need to get with a counselor or therapist if need be. If we're dealing with mental things that's a bit hard for us to cope with or deal with. If we realize that we have patterns in our life of self-sabotage because we have wounds that we're not healing, then we have to take care of ourselves. That's what alpha males do. We take care of ourselves. We become more aware of who we are. We realize where we have issues at and where we can improve, and we take care of that. That's alpha male. An alpha male will come up to you and tell you, yeah, man, I struggled with anxiety and depression for years, So for a while, I didn't really have a full understanding of what that meant. As I grew, I realized that I was, sabotaging my own life, stopping myself from being successful, pointing the finger at everybody else when in all actuality, I'm the reason for why my life is where it is right now. And I'm not happy with that. An alpha male can come to you and tell you that. You know why? Because that alpha male is aware of himself. He realizes that he's responsible for himself. And guess what? He figured it out. And if he figured it out and he's now moving in that new clarity of himself, and he understands and accepts that that's who he is, right? And he needs to improve that. He ain't going to have no problem with talking to you about that. He's not going to have any problem with talking to people about that. That's alpha, because he knows that he took care of himself. He was accountable for himself, and he realized, you know what? I got to make some changes. I got to do something different here. I need to take better care of myself. Guys, fellow kings, take care of yourself. We have to take better care of ourselves, guys. That's alpha. Don't let anger take control. I used to do this so much, y'all. I used to do this so much, man. I would let my anger take control. Deep down inside, I really was dealing with anger towards stuff and people from my past, but I would project that on the people that was new in my life. So this is something, guys, that we got to really learn how to take control of. We have to manage our stress, manage our mental health, and take responsibility and take care of ourselves, guys. This is alpha. Super, super duper alpha. All right. So look, if you're on the video and y'all like what I'm saying right now, go ahead and throw a like on the video, y'all. Go ahead and throw a like on the video, man. I'm surprised ain't nobody hitting up the chat. I assume that y'all are just really deep, really into what I'm saying, and y'all really, consuming the gems that I'm giving y'all, and that's good. That's real good. But I do want to engage with y'all too, man. So if y'all got any concerns of what I'm talking about, if y'all have any feelings or agreements, disagreements, man, look, hop in on the chat. I'll bring y'all in, right? And let me see real quick. I'm gonna throw it back in the chat if y'all can't see it, right? I should just pin it to the top. Throw it right here. Throw the link back in there. All right. And look, if y'all want to hop on with me, voice your opinion, voice what you think about what I'm saying, feel free to hit that link. Join in, man, and we can rap real quick, man. I want to meet y'all. I want to talk to y'all. So that's lit. All right. So I'm gonna go into this fourth powerful tip, guys, on how to become an alpha male, how to become more alpha. And we're gonna dig deep into this next one. All right. Now this is a good one, right? This is a good one. Never assume that you're great at sex. Never assume that you're great at sex, right? Now, it ain't nothing wrong with being confident in your potential and what you could do in the bed. There's nothing wrong with that. Nothing. I want every last one of y'all to believe in yourself sexually, to believe that you can do your thing in the bed, to believe that you can handle your business, with a woman, right? But just never assume that you're 100% on your game. And here's why, before I dig deeper into it. For one, a lot of women ain't really even gonna tell you, man, if if you ain't doing your thing, or if they're not pleased with what you're doing. A lot of that backfires on women, though, because a lot of women fail to communicate their wants and needs sexually. So that's why it kind of brings men into a compromising situation to please the woman, because a lot of women don't really communicate. The biggest saying where in society would be like, oh, men don't communicate. Men don't communicate. Let me tell y'all something. They might have an idea. They might be kind of right about how we don't communicate. What it is we do communicate, but we choose logical times to communicate. We think logically, and when we do communicate, it's for a reason. It's for a purpose. Women communicate, but they just don't know how to communicate. So they do a lot of communicating. That ain't even a word, y'all, but they do a lot of talking, a lot of communicating, but they're not good at it. They're not good at the communication, right? So 8 times out of 10, if you ain't pleasing a woman, it's mainly because you don't really know what she wants or what she likes or what she needs, right? Hopefully you got a woman that's comfortable and open with you to talk. If you do, you got a good one. That's a woman who knows how to communicate. But some women really don't know how to communicate. If you're in that position, guys, don't worry about it. Don't trip. That's not your fault. But look, just never assume that you're great at sex. All right. Many men get by in life with a few moves, below average stamina, you know what I'm saying? And the less than truthful praise of a few sexual partners. But in a nutshell, guys, that don't mean that you're a monster or a beast in the bed. All right. Sex is a team sport. However, if your teammate isn't fulfilled, they'll find another partner. Worse yet, if you're worried that you're not as sexually gifted as you like, this will impact your performance. So if you're already worried about it, this will impact your performance even more. So this is what I highly suggest to you guys, my guys. Get some help, man, whether it's premature ejaculation or erectile dysfunction, right? Get help. Learn. Alpha males, we learn constantly. We're constantly learning, brothers. Learn about how to please women. Learn about Kama Sutra. Learn about the vagina. Learn every aspect of the vagina, clitoral stimulus. You know what I'm saying? Let's say stimulus. Clitoral stimulation. Learn all about that. Learn about the G-spot. Learn how most women's G-spot is about 2 inches in, not even really that far. Understand where it is. Understand the texture of the G-spot. It kind of has a slight sponge type texture to it within the vaginal. You see what I'm saying? Learn this and know this. When a woman's on her back and you put your fingers in her vagina, right? I'm gonna come from the side so y'all can understand what I mean. and you sticking your fingers in the vagina, right? Right up in here. You see this? Curl your fingers like this. Bro, that's G-spot action all up in there. G-spot action. Learn these things. That will make you suitable. That as long as you learning, you ain't just assuming you know everything there is to know about sex. You know everything there is to know about stimulating a woman and pleasing a woman, right? If you make sure you're doing the due diligence to learn and grow in the science of a vagina, of a woman, and pleasing a woman, what it means, you set home free. But it's alpha male to do that. You understand? It's alpha to do that. Proud black conservative. He said, hopping in to show some love to my fellow kings. Full-time grind mode, clocking in. Hey, salute, man. Salute, proud black conservative, man. It's my dude. Get that money, man. Get that money. You'll be able to come back. But yeah, I figured I'd start doing these on Saturdays because I know a lot of people usually are off on Saturdays. Some people aren't. Some men aren't. But I figured I'd hop on here on the weekend because most people are off. But I may mess around and start doing them on Sundays because at least I know on Sunday, most people are off on Sunday. Like most men are off. But anywhere from today or Sunday, I'll be doing a new episode of this podcast weekly, right? So Saturday or Sunday. More likely it's going to stay Sunday, but I'll figure it out. But yeah, guys, that's my point. That's my point in terms of pleasing a woman. Don't just assume that you're great at it right off rip. Do your research, learn, and then listen, communicate. Let's go back to what I said earlier about communication. Some women struggle with that. Women will talk to you. They'll talk. But some women struggle on really making it clear on specifically what they want because in society or even amongst women, a lot of them go around with this mentality like, oh, he should know exactly how I want to be pleased. He should already know. If he's a real man, he should already know how to do it. He should already know how I want it. No, men, we're not freaking psychics. We can't read your mind. And if you a dude that's well experienced or have had sex with multiple women, you'll learn and you'll realize a lot of women like different shit. So there's no way that men can predict what a woman like the fuck, So I mean, always keep that in mind. So communicate, talk to the chick if y'all on that level. Like, yo, so what exactly you like? Like, what do you like that I do? Or how do you like this? What's your favorite position? How do you like, what type of tricks would you want me to do? Or what kind of tactics would feel better to you? Do you like this? Do you like that? Do you like this? Do you like that? Man, you do that with a woman, man, and you learn as much as you can, man. You'll never have to worry about a woman saying that you're not sexually good or performing right. If you got all the information you need, you do research, you even talk to the chick or whomever and be like, yo, what you like? What are you into? What you want? You in there. So never assume that y'all great, man. Do research, communicate, talk to the women, make sure to learn what they like and learn what most women like. And you in there. All right. All right, guys. Now look, here's the next one. And this is a very, very powerful one. Don't seek out numbness. Don't seek out numbness. And when I say numbness, I mean, don't seek things to numb whatever pain you're dealing with, whatever things that you're dealing with internally. Don't seek vices or things to numb whatever it is that you're dealing with or feeling. All right. This is important when it comes to being an alpha because alpha males don't do this. Alpha males don't seek numbness or things to numb the pain. All right. Alpha males deal with whatever issues they got going on or whatever situation is happening. They deal with it. They do whatever they can within their own power to improve the dynamic of the situation or the scenario. So don't seek out numbness. All right. Lots of people get homework. I mean, lots of people say homework. Lots of people get home from work, and when they should be pursuing their interests or their dreams, creating, building a business, chiseling, abs, or getting their body in shape or losing weight, they're content to crack open some beers and pretty much just get drunk and just sit on the couch all day and get drunk and watch TV. Look, no matter what your poison is, fellow kings, porn, video games, alcohol, weed, it's probably shortening your life and it's shortening your attention span as well. All right. Alpha male characteristics drive us towards discomfort and growth. Even when we just want to zone out, these alpha male characteristics will drive you to growth. Besides sinking in your couch with some cold beers, you know what I'm saying, and getting just drunk or just feeling good, just getting tipsy and just zoning out. Start focusing on things that can really help you grow as an individual. Start reading, start watching videos that further expand your mind. Like you watching me right now, cool. Start watching things that can help you improve your life, what you're doing, what you got going. That's alpha male. This is how you'll become more alpha. Step away from a lot of these vices. Now, I'm not saying there's anything wrong with drinking in moderation. That's fine. But start stepping away from a lot of these vices to try to numb things that you're dealing with, numb the pain, numb something that you're not dealing with. If you got issues with somebody, but you're not trying to talk it out or trying to resolve the situation. If you got issues that you're dealing with within and you're not trying to resolve the situation or do something about it. Guys, stop seeking things to numb out what you're feeling and deal with your feelings like a man. All right? Deal with your feelings like a man. Now look, here's number 6. Here's number 6. Here's number 6. Here's number 6. Find happiness in purpose. Start to become super happy with your purpose. With your purpose. And if you don't know what your purpose is yet, if you don't know what it is, you're like, man, I don't even know what the hell my purpose is. Seek it. Seek your purpose. Find your purpose. I might do another episode on that. If y'all put it in the comments or something and say y'all want that. Seek and find your purpose. Grow. Learn what your purpose is. All right? Like if you don't have a goal in life, then what are you doing? If you don't have a goal in life, fuck is you doing? What are we doing? If we don't have any goals, what are we doing? If you only go to work to make money, that you spend with vices, back what I was saying before, vices, alcohol, getting drunk, weed, crack, you know what I'm saying? Promethazine, whatever the hell you like to get into, leisure. What are you building toward? Or are you living every single day just drinking and spending your money on getting drunk or getting high or prostitutes or hitting the club, buying bottles or strippers and throwing your money? You're not rich, but you making it rain in the club. Whole paycheck gone. I make it rain in the club. I make it rain. What are you building toward? Each week, what's being produced? What's being built? What's being constructed? Think about it. Like, just really think about it. I mean, are you content to be a robot at your job for the privilege of spending your freedom pursuing disconnection? Like constantly just wasting your money, blowing it down the drain. All right, we're gonna go to the club this weekend. Yep. Yeah, we're gonna get drunk. Yeah, oh, we in the strip club. All right, yeah. You just got your paycheck. Your paycheck may be about $900, $950. You're like, yeah, I got paid. You go pay your bills or whatever bills you got due. After you done did all that, you probably got maybe $300 left. If you're lucky, $400. What you gonna do? You gonna go to the club? You gonna go buy them Jordans? You gonna make it rain? What you doing? Guys, find happiness and purpose and realize that, your life, us as men, our lives are way more important than just having pleasure and leisure. Don't get me wrong, there's nothing wrong with doing those things, but it's all about building towards something. It's all about having a purpose. If we got purpose, if we got some things in line, if we got goals that we're seeking to accomplish, there's nothing wrong with having fun too. But if our life just consists of just the leisure and the fun and shit, and we're not building towards nothing, bro, that's not the way to go, and it's not alpha. It's not alpha at all. All right, 100% isn't alpha. It's not alpha. All right. So find happiness in your purpose, man. That's another tip. That's a powerful one. Super powerful one. Now, we're going to the next tip, and this is number 7. But before I go into the 7th tip, right? I was trying to see if I could find that video. I was going to show y'all a video that I had, but it's all good. Yeah, I ain't even going to worry about that. I'll show y'all that later. All right, y'all. Here's the 7th tip. All right, the 7th tip is volunteer your time over your money. Volunteer your time over your money. All right. An alpha male seeks to better his society, starting with his community first. You understand? Starting with his community. Find your local breadline or homeless shelter and find out how you can help, how you can volunteer some time. All right. Find out things that you can invest time in, or by you being there, it helps. It's a contribution. Money is good. Don't get me wrong. I mean, if you got money and you can give, definitely give. But there's something about volunteering. There's something about offering the gifts that you have naturally, whether it's your hands, your strength. If you got muscle or whatever the case, you're strong. Helping somebody move some furniture, whatever it is. What this will do, guys, is this will further encourage that place in you that's noble. And it'll make you feel more of a man. You know what I'm saying? You're walking more with purpose in terms of helping people, volunteering and doing something and giving to people in that way. And it'll come back to you, man, 100-fold. There's never been a time where I volunteered and did something and I didn't feel like, I'll reap something out of doing that, whether it was internal or, whatever the case is. It's just a real powerful thing to do. And it will really enhance you as an alpha male. All right. It'll definitely enhance you as an alpha male. Now, look, guys, listen. I'm going to go over all these joints, but I want y'all to understand the biggest thing about this is understanding that you have the power to do whatever it is that you want to do, right? Whatever it is that you find in your heart that you want to achieve or accomplish, you have the power to do it. No matter what anybody say, no matter how people feel about it, you are more than capable. And I highly, highly recommend that you embrace that idea, no matter what it is that you're doing. All right. All right, guys. So number eight, stop waiting on someone else to save you. Stop waiting on somebody else to save you. Guys, we can keep waiting all day. We can keep waiting for people to save us. No, nobody's going to save us. Nobody's going to save us. Nobody's going to save us. I tell y'all this from a sincere place with myself. Nobody's going to save you. Whether it was me waiting for my dad or feeling like, if my dad come back into my life, then, I'll have the wisdom and I'll have the energy and I'll have the motivation to do better in life. Or if my cousin come back into my life, or if my mom would just come and just embrace me and apologize to me for everything and tell me how much she loves me and wants to see me succeed. And my mom would just validate me. If my old friends would just come back and just embrace me once again, then maybe my life would be better. Guys, that shit ain't gonna never happen, man. So we can't be waiting on somebody to save us, because guess what? They not gonna save us. They're not gonna save you. Alpha males, we don't wait on anybody else to save us. Why? Because we're gonna save ourselves. This specific tip right here, guys, was what was holding me back for a lot of years. Because if y'all watch my channel and y'all listen to this podcast, I've said it numerous times. My pops, he really wasn't in my life like that. And in my mind, for a long time, I thought, well, shit, all I need is for him to just come back in my life. And then, maybe I'll have more motivation and wisdom and encouragement. And maybe he could teach me how to navigate through life and I can do better. He never came. He never came. And the truth is the entire time I already had everything I needed to succeed. And I'm here to tell you that you already have everything that you need to succeed. All you need is your breath, your mind, your body, your spirit. That's all we need. Being a human being is enough. Being created is enough. When you was conceived, this might be weird for some of y'all, but when your dad busted a nut in your mom, whatever happened, and you were conceived, conception, you was already worthy and deserving of love, of success, of power, of strength, of growth, of being a man, of being successful. You was already worthy and deserving of that. When you were conceived, when you took your first breath, you were already worthy and deserving to succeed, to have whatever it is you want in life, to be whatever it is you want to be in life. You were enough, and you're enough now, and you'll always be enough. And you ain't no different from when you first took that first breath to today. You're still the same spirit. So we have to stop waiting on someone else to save us, because we are already equipped and have everything we need to save ourselves. And we are responsible for ourselves. Nobody else is responsible for us. We are responsible for self. That's how you become more alpha. It's by accepting these truths and embracing that truth. So stop waiting on somebody to save you, because they're not gonna come, man. They're not gonna save you. They're not gonna come. And even if they do come, they're not gonna save you. They can't save you. It's not their responsibility to save you. Save yourself. All right? Straight up. Douglas Paroka Negra. He said, I'm super black gay. Hey, to each his own, bro. If you super black gay, that's on you. You know what I'm saying? I mean, hey, that's your choice, bro. All right, y'all. To the next one. Number 9. This is another powerful one. Don't rely on other people for happiness. Don't rely on other people for happiness, man. We are all built with that emotion. We all have that emotion to be happy. No one else has anything to do with that emotion. Alpha males are not relying on other people for happiness. Why? Because they know that they already have happiness within themselves. And it is our individual purpose and responsibility to figure out what it is that makes us happy, what it is that stirs that emotion within us. And it may have something to do with people, but for the most part, it never should be dependent upon people. Never should have to rely on people to have the happiness. Point blank period, guys. If you can't be by yourself alone and feel happy or experience the emotion of happy, you got some searching to do, man. You got some growing to do, and you have to really, really dig deep within yourself, pray, meditate, and really dig deep and figure out what it is that makes you happy. That has nothing to do with the presence of people. All right? Because what happens if you don't have anybody in your life? What happens if you don't have people around you? So what, now you're not going to be happy? Just think about it. Just think about it. Just keep that in mind, guys, and really, really, really think about it. All right. Guys, here's the next one. 10. This is 10. Be prepared for a fight, but don't seek fights out. Don't seek them out. Don't go seeking and searching for fights. All right. If you don't have confidence that you can, reasonably defend yourself in a fight, you're going to have trouble standing up to confrontation. Period. It's less about being able to street fight like Jackie Chan and more that you could and withstand your ground if someone came after you. So pretty much, if you could fight and you're doing all types of moves and shit, and you look amazing and you're doing tricks and fighting in these dope ways and you fighting and it's outstanding, right? You're doing all these different moves. But in an actual fight, you can't hold your ground down. What's the point? And then say you go seeking to fight and searching to fight, seeking to fight, just to be disappointed, just to lose. What gain is that? Guys, don't go looking for a fight. Because I'm going to tell you, man, 7 times out of 10, people that go looking for a fight usually go looking for a fight and get their ass whooped. You understand? Especially if you're going and you seeking fights with somebody who really ain't got no issues with you. So most importantly, just be prepared for a fight more than anything. Just be prepared for a fight and know how to fight, understand what it means to defend yourself. Shit, practice if need be, but never go forward looking for a fight. Always look at fight as a way of defense. Always look at fighting as a way to defend or protect. All right. Never go forward just looking to offensively just fight for no apparent reason. Like, make sure you have a great relationship with fighting because it's just not alpha. It's just not alpha. Alpha male understands if I'm going to fight, it's for a good reason and it's for the greater good. If it ain't going to bring nothing better out in the situation, then fuck it. It ain't really no meat. There ain't no reason to fight. Too many men are led by their emotions and they think that the emotional, the fighting or the reaction to their emotions with fighting is manly, but it's very feminine. It's not manly at all. All right. Not manly at all. All right, y'all. So I'm gonna get into the next tip. Pursue your dreams without embarrassment. Woo! This is a powerful one, guys, because I dealt with that. This was a struggle for me for years. Simply because when I was younger, I would pretty much talk about things that I wanted to do. I would express my dreams, and I'd feel very invalidated by the responses that I would get from people that was closest to me. And a lot of the responses would pretty much be like, like a doubtful response, or like the opposite of maybe being encouraged. Like, oh yeah, you could do it. All you got to do is just work hard at it and keep going, keep grinding. You'll be able to do it. You're young. You're young right now. So if you just keep practicing or keep pushing toward it, you can become great, because all human beings can develop and get better at it, at a skill. See, that's what I would have gave to myself had I approached myself with a lot of the things that I approached the adults that was around me or people. So that would lead me to feel real embarrassed about the things that I wanted to achieve or accomplish in life. I'd actually I doubt it, even though I still was going forward with it or seeking or trying to do it. I'd still be highly doubtful because I would constantly think back on like the people that I was looking to validate me didn't really support these dreams that I wanted to achieve. So I'm telling y'all firsthand that I know what this feels like. If you're experiencing it, pursue your dreams without embarrassment, right? So I don't care what it is that you want to do, right? It could be whatever. You say you want to write the next 48 laws of power. You see what I'm saying? Say you want to be the next Gymshark. Like I say that all the time with superhuman and superhuman wear and that line. I, I want it to be as big as Gymshark. I'm gonna be as big as Gymshark. Superhuman wear is gonna be as big as Gymshark. If you feel afraid to say that to some people, or you don't feel comfortable expressing your dreams to the people that's around you, it's time to find some new people to be around. It's time to find some people who believe in you more and who encourages you to seek your dreams instead of doubt your dreams. Because in all actuality, man, every single one of us are all capable of doing great things. A lot of the times we either sell ourselves short or other people stump on our dreams, and we believe in what other people say or think. Guys, if you don't feel comfortable talking to the people, your friends, your group of friends, or whoever, it's time to find some new friends, man. It's time to find some new people to be around. It's better to pursue what makes you happy despite what other people say than to live within the narrow channel of their approval. Bro, learn from me, guys. I wasted a lot of time trying to get the approval of people who never had the intention to approve of me. I gave a lot of power to people's perspective or perception concerning me that really never wanted the best for me anyway. So what sense does that make? As alpha males, we do not give power to other people concerning ourselves because we know that other people didn't create us. We know that other people have nothing to do with our worthiness or our deservingness of success or happiness or joy or peace or love. People can't handle that responsibility because just like us, everybody else are so in tune to how they feel. So a person will look at you and be like, you know what? You don't deserve to succeed because you said something to me the other day and that was rude. So you know what? You don't deserve to succeed. You don't deserve to be happy. You don't deserve to live a wonderful life because I'm not happy with what you said to me. Why should we follow people who are shallow-minded like that? Why should we follow shallow-minded individuals like that, y'all? Think about it. Really, really think about it, man, because it took me a while to really learn, guys. I was groomed to put other people before my own dreams and wants as a child. I was groomed. to think and move that way. And it took me years to really come to a place and for me to really become aware, like, yo, I really put people before myself. Like, I really put people's wants, needs, feelings, thoughts before my own needs and wants and thoughts of myself for myself. Alpha males don't do that. The only time an alpha male will do that is if there's someone who really can't fend for themselves and they need help. You know what I'm saying? Their children, they're people who can't, who are not capable of taking responsibility for themselves. And then maybe in scenarios like that, they may put that situation before them temporarily to help somebody. But yo, whatever our dreams are, whatever your dreams are, follow them, no matter what anybody think or feel. I don't give a damn if you go stand in front of 30 people and you say, hey, I'm gonna build the first flying car, and everybody look at you and fucking laugh. Fuck them. Who are they? Who are they? A lot of us, we put so much power into what the people around us think, and they're not even fucking successful. They're not even successful in the things that we seek to do, yet we worried about what they think about it. And if they believe that we could succeed, or if they believe that we could do something and achieve it. Man, bro. And listen, if you want to be an entrepreneur, right? The only time you should consider what somebody got to say, unless you talking to fucking Jeff Bezos or Ty Lopez, you understand? Unless you're talking to Jeff Bezos, Ty Lopez, man, the list goes on. I can go all day throughout the list. Unless you're talking to somebody who has succeeded multiple times in the things that you seek to succeed in, fuck what anybody else got to say. And that could even be your own family, because let me tell you, family is the quickest to down talk whatever it is that you want to do. Why? Because they look at you as an extension of themselves. And if they don't believe that they could do it, they looking at you like, who are you to think that you could do the shit? Guys, pursue your dreams without embarrassment, and don't worry about what anybody think about your dreams. You may love these people, you may really care about these people, but at the end of the day, you got to love yourself. And if they don't believe in you, show them that what you're talking about is real and you will do it. That's the best way to get at them. Facts. All right, y'all. Next tip. Don't be afraid to rest. Don't be afraid to rest, man. Listen, rest, man. Rest. Rest is just as important as action. Recovery is just as important as training. You understand? Regenerate, charge up, heal. It's just as important. All right. By now, all these changes might sound exhausting. Like, especially, I'm even a bit exhausted going through these tips with y'all, but I'm still going to do it. Why? Because I'm loyal to the game. I'm loyal to what I'm doing and what my purpose is. I don't care if I only got one person on this video right now. I don't care if I only got one person on this video right now. I'm going to keep doing what I do because I believe in myself, and I believe that what I'm doing can bless many men. All right. But I'm sure y'all probably exhausted by now, man, with all the stuff that I'm saying. And you probably like, damn, how am I going? There's a lot of stuff to learn. Look. It's cool. Don't drive yourself too hard, man. Don't drive yourself too hard. Take time to rest. Take time to come to a place where you're more comfortable and you're more balanced out. If you need to get a massage, get a massage. If you need to, take a walk, man, go walk through a trail or something, man. Relax. This is beneficial, man, and it can really help you balance out so that you can succeed more. Alpha males understand the importance of being balanced out. and not all over the place and not like, oh God, I gotta go here, I gotta do that. Relax, guys. Take rest. Be sure to rest. Yeah, take rest and rest. Make sure you're getting your rest in. All right. All right. Complex persona. He said, "How are your sales? How are your sales with Viriilty going?" Man, it's going pretty good, man. Yeah, we definitely got over 100 men with Viriilty so far. We officially launched. What was it? March. We launched March the 3rd, I think. So it's not too bad, man. Guys are getting Viriilty. We're getting good reviews. It's amazing. Matter of fact, since you asked me that question, I'm gonna go ahead and show y'all. I'm gonna show y'all this this advertisement we just put up, and yeah, it's gonna be lit. And yeah, y'all, it's probably chopping. It's probably chopping because we this is 4K, so I mean it's high quality video. So yeah, that's probably why y'all can't. It might be like chopping or like distorted, but yeah, man, it's a pretty good ad, man. That's the next ad campaign that we're running, just to push it to more people, more guys, man. The main thing is just getting it around, getting it to more men, and so more men can enjoy it and experience it. It's pretty lit, but I'm super excited about that. You know what I'm saying? Yo, complex persona, do me a favor, man. Click the link, right? Click the link in the chat and hop on with me on live, man. So and you can ask me these questions, and I'll talk to you about I'll answer these questions for you. Yeah, I'll answer some of these questions that you got. But yeah. So yeah, guys, I've been going through these tips, man, and we're already at 1 hour and 24 minutes. So I might have to do a part 2 to this. I may have to do a part 2 to this because yeah, man, it's a lot of tips. And I mean, these are powerful tips. Usually I have more people on the live, but you know what? I don't even care because I know guys are gonna go watch this video anyway afterwards. But like these tips that I'm giving y'all are powerful. These tips can immediately, like, once you start to really walk forward and really apply it to your life, you'll notice some big changes in your life, which is awesome, right? So I'm excited to give y'all these tips, and I'm real excited to go into these things, all right? So now 13, this is the 13th tip, all right? Look, treat yourself well, all right? Treat yourself well. This is definitely alpha. A self-care routine for men doesn't have to be shaving with a straight razor, and a mountain sting stream, while a bear coming at you like trying to tackle you down and all that. Man, it's okay to, use skincare products, sexual health products, virility, which is really, I'm telling y'all, is absolutely amazing. And using hair care products. There's nothing feminine about that, guys. Alpha males take care of themselves. So there's nothing wrong with keeping yourself up and keeping yourself in line and doing what you got to do. You understand? Confidence comes from self-mastery, and self-mastery includes self-care rituals, taking care of yourself. You know what I'm saying? Making sure you clean, taking vitamins and nutrients and herbs and stuff to make sure your body is healthy and performing and functioning correctly. Eating a good diet, a clean diet, or as clean as possible. Also treating yourself every once in a while and eating stuff that may not be super healthy, but you enjoy eating it. You like how it tastes. Take care of yourself, guys. Definitely care for yourself, because guess what? Nobody else is going to do it for you. Nobody else is going to care for a grown man. So we have to care for ourselves. We have to put forth that energy into really caring for ourselves and keeping our body up. All right. 14. Don't break promises. Don't break promises. All right. One of the main things people remember about you is whether or not you kept your promises. And this is especially true about your children, right? Nothing feels worse than being stood up or let down by someone you love and trust. So only make promises you can keep 100%. You know what I'm saying? Only make promises that you can keep 100%. And I'm literally talking about, like, you tell them, I promise. Do everything in your power to be a man of your word, and everyone you meet will remember that about you. Okay? Now, I do want to speak on this, because this is something real, real deep that I think people may overlook with this. When we tell people things, or when we make a promise to someone, right? Obviously, we do that with the intention of really meeting that promise and doing it. Okay? If there's things outside of your control that come in the way of your promise, right? That come in the way of your promise, you have to accept that there's nothing that you could do about that. So, prime example, if you tell somebody, hey, I'm going to be here, I'm going to do this for you, I got you, I'm here for you, I'm staying with you. And then there's things that's outside of your control that's sabotaging those things, right? That's attacking those things. And you have to do what you got to do and respond for the greater good, right? Then that's a different scenario. It's one thing if an individual makes a promise to somebody and they're doing what they're supposed to do, they're doing the right thing, they're not doing anything wrong, right? And something's coming in, or something's sabotaging, or something's attacking it. It's a whole nother ballgame. So always keep that in mind, guys. If you make a promise to somebody and something else is sabotaging, or something else is getting in the way, right? That could compromise you or have you do something that you will regret, or that could get you locked up or get you in jail, or you see what I'm saying? That could lead you to do something that ain't really right, or that could make the situation worse. That's a different situation. And by all means, if the energy is toxic, if the energy is unstable as hell and it ain't got nothing to do with your instability, fall back. And take some steps back. 100%. All right. Now, I think I'm going to start doing these during the week, though. I thought that Saturday would be a better day, but I don't know. I think I'm going to start doing these during the week, because I noticed during the week, I get more guys, I get more people on the live, but today, there ain't really that many of y'all on here, which is cool. I know it's going to be a replay of the video, but still, I like to interact with y'all. I like when y'all come on the live, because then we can interact, and yeah, so it is what it is, though, y'all. I appreciate whoever's on here right now. I appreciate you 100%. But it's almost an hour and 30 minutes. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over this last tip, and then I'll be doing a part 2 of this next Saturday, which will be lit too, because, I'll make sure I'll pick a better time to hop on here. But I'm going to go ahead and go through with this last tip. All right. And this is very valuable. This is super valuable. All right. Hold up. I got another question on here. All right. Where are you at with your fitness goals? Any bulking or cutting in the future? All right. Hey, that's a great question, Complex Persona. So right now, I'm cutting down now. Pretty much, I started off at 249 and now I'm at 243.4. I just started cutting, 2 weeks ago. So yeah, right now I'm focusing on this cut, and I'm going to cut down probably get down to about 225, somewhere around there, probably about 225, maybe even 220. It depends on how I look there. The first goal is 229, and then I'm gonna see how I look there and see how I feel there. And if I need to drop down another 10, I will. But I'm gonna get cut down and get real lean. And then after that, I'll probably maintain for a couple months or about a month, and then some change. And then after that, I'm gonna do a full on bulk, just nothing but just growth, for about a year, 9 months to a year. I'm just gonna do a solid, consistent. Now within that bulk, I may do some little mini cuts, simply because I don't want to because I know when you bulking, especially if you're eating and getting calories in, you can easily gain fat. You know what I'm saying? You could easily gain more body fat. It's just a part of the process. You can lean bulk too and then definitely get some good size in, but you know, I just got a good feeling that I'll probably be able to lean bulk for a little while, but eventually I'm probably going to really smash. So I'll probably do some little mini cuts within probably like 4 to 6 weeks of a little mini cut, just to kind of cut down a little bit more again and then get back into it. I'm gonna do that for about a solid year. Build muscle, grow, and just focus on growth. And then I'll probably cut down one more time after that. And then go from there. Honestly, I haven't really talked to a lot of people about this yet. I ain't really told a lot of y'all about it yet. But what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut in bulk. Like I just told y'all, finish this cut off, maintain bulk, and focus on growth for about a year, 9 months to a year. And then after that, I'm probably gonna get into powerlifting. That's something that really got my attention. So thinking about powerlifting, either powerlifting or CrossFit games. So one of these competitive places, and that could potentially change, but as of right now, that's kind of like a long-term goal that I'm looking forward to. But who knows? I might want to get into competing. I might want to get into bodybuilding competing, which I was really thinking about and considering doing. But it just will depend on what I do and what I look like in the future. But that's pretty much where I stand right now. And I'm very excited about that. And I'll definitely be putting up videos and vlogging during that whole process, because I think that's going to be super lit. But yeah, that's pretty much where I stand right now, complex persona. That's a good question. All right, so I'm going to go into this 15th tip, and then I'm going to end this live in this episode. Next episode will be part 2, and I'll finish the other tips, and then we'll go from there. All right. So 15, define your values and stick to them. Define your values and stick to your values. All right. 100%. If you ever wanted an example of a principled, steadfast man, pick up a copy of the Meditation of Marcus Aurelius, right? This is deep. This book is crazy. It's deep though, right? The man has some extremely well-defined rules for living a good life. And he wrote them down not so that you could emulate them, but for his benefit. He literally wrote the book for him, right? We're not saying you should write a timeless book on what you believe, you understand? But start by defining your values for yourself. Start writing down your values. Start writing down what you value. I mean, if I ask you right now, do you know what you value? Could you tell me? Or would you have to really kind of think about it like, well, I value this. Have you ever even asked yourself that? Write down your values and really get an understanding of what you value out of life. Because what that'll do is it'll help you structure your journey and what you do in life. It'll help follow and help guide you in your life. So whatever you do and whatever you choose to do, it has to align with your key values. When you make these decisions and you become more decisive, because that's alpha, you could always fall back on your values and be like, all right, this don't align with my values. I'm not doing it. Get you a dry erase board. Let me show y'all something real quick. Get you a dry erase board, right? And here's my dry erase board right here. I don't know if y'all can see that. Can you see that? write your values down on there. Write stuff down on there that write stuff down on there that really helps you understand your values. Write your values on there. Write your goals on there. Write what you want to do on there. Write the things that you want or where you want to grow on there, so that you can see it every day and you can grow accustomed to it and accept it that, yo, this is a part of you. Define your values and stick to them. If you're looking at them every day, you'll always be reminded, to the point where you don't even got to look at it no more. On my board, I love to write down quotes. Now, a lot of people like to put quotes on their boards, right? Or like dry erase board or whatever board they got. Me, I put down my own quotes. And I put down quotes or things that I feel like God has revealed to me, right? So here's an example. Your worth and value has nothing to do with anyone but you and God. Your worthiness comes from God, not people. That's a quote that I wrote down on my board because that's something that I feel like I want to see every day until it's drilled into me 100%. That's what I encourage my fellow kings to do on here, and I'll leave whatever quote I put up. I will leave the quote up there until I feel like I'm healed in that place, and it's time for me to find another thing to put up on my board. Ever since I got the board, I probably put up maybe 10 to 15 different quotes, and I do that. And I make sure that I write my own feelings and quotes down because it comes from me in here. I highly suggest this, guys. If y'all don't know or you're not really familiar with it, or if you don't do it, I highly suggest that y'all start writing down your thoughts. Start writing down your thoughts. Start writing on a board your thoughts. Start writing up positive things on a board so that you can begin to really know yourself better and become more aware of yourself, which is very alpha. It's very alpha to be aware of yourself. One of the best ways to become aware of yourself, just write down shit that go through your head. Write it down. Write it down, man. Write that shit down. And then after you've done it, wait for a few days. Go back to it. Look at it. Now you can look at yourself outside of yourself and not just up in here, not just in your mind. You actually can look at yourself from here. You can actually better judge, better evaluate, better understand who you are as a person and be like, you know what? Man, that's crazy that I view that way. That don't even really make sense. That's not even really rational. You know what? This is wrong, what I think. I need to change the way that I'm thinking. This is actually wrong. Let me I don't even want to believe in this type of thinking anymore. Guys, that shit is powerful. It's powerful. That's when I began to see so many changes in my life as a man. When I started to accept who I was and I started to really learn myself more and get to know who I was, really get to know what I was dealing with, really get to know what my true struggles were and where it was coming from. I had to accept that it was me. I was holding myself back. All right. It doesn't really matter if, where it came from or whose fault it is. What matters is I'm responsible for it now, and we're responsible for ourselves at this point. All right. So look, guys, define your values and stick to them. Period. Now look, this was a dope one, man. I really enjoyed this live, even though I ain't get a lot of y'all on here, man, but it's all good. I thought Saturdays would be a better day, but maybe Saturday might not be the best day. Or maybe it's the time frame. I'm going to figure out a good time frame to do these episodes. I'm going to do them each time, man, and make sure that we all on here, man, so I can interact with you guys. And I'm sure a lot of y'all might not know, or maybe y'all ain't get notified, but it's all good. I'm going to continue to go. I'm going to keep doing the Viriilty Kings podcast. I'm going to keep bringing these gems. I don't care if I only got one person on my video. I'm going to continue to do what I feel called to do. All right. So with all that being said, man, I'm going to do the next episode, and it's going to be part 2 of this, how to become an alpha male. And I'm super excited about that second one. If y'all got any questions, man, definitely leave a comment. Y'all know I'm going to get back to y'all. If you just hopped on the video, go ahead and throw a like on it. Subscribe if you're new to this podcast and this channel. Without further ado, keep growing, keep grinding, and most importantly,